All right, in this video, I have a very large cymbal sitting in front of me. It is an in-process cymbal that is a Reverie model from the Acacia series. It's 24 inches, it's big, it's wild, it's washy, and I want to change one thing on it. I want to modify it to tweak the sound, and I'm only going to modify it in one place, and we're going to see how that affects the overall sound of the cymbal. So the place in question is the bell. You'll see that I've left the bell raw. I've only used some abrasion treatment over it. I haven't lathed it. I've lathed the rest of the cymbal. So in this video, you're going to watch me modify the bell. I'm not going to do anything else to the rest of the cymbal. It's going to stay exactly as is. The bell is such a hugely important part of the cymbal. It dictates in many ways the perceived volume of a cymbal, the stick definition, how much wash and overtones there are. A lot of that comes from the bell. And modifying the bell in the case of this cymbal is really to draw out a stronger tone. Right now it's got a fairly integrated sound. I like to classify it as there's integrated and separated. Integrated means when I hit the bell, the rest of the cymbal activates and opens up. Now a separated sound is going to have much more ping to it. So I'll hit the bell and you'll hear a lot of clarity to the bell sound, and the rest of the cymbal activating will be much lower in the mix. So I would classify this as an integrated sound, and I want to get it a little bit more separated. Before we head to the hammering room and start working on the bell, let's listen to how it sounds with some good studio mics. All right, so that little bit of work, and the bell sound is vastly different now. Now I'm going to let it rest overnight before I show you the demo with the good studio mics. Basically, the way that I took this into a more separated sound was by building up the outer portion of the bell so that there was more of an intense rise when it hits the border of the bell. It rises up quicker. So all that hammering out at that band that I did was really meant to kind of push the bell out wider. This pressed bell from the foundry is a pretty smooth, and it kind of arcs up and it's pretty gradual. So where it kind of smoothly arcs, I pushed that out and then I hammered on the top to disrupt more of the pinginess to it, the shrill highs, trying to make the bell sound darker but also more controlled and separated. And the shape of the bell, like I said before, is everything. It dictates how the whole cymbal is going to respond. So let's listen to it rested with the good studio mics and we'll see what we think. All right, that's it. It's a subtle change, but I like it. I think it kind of ties everything together. Okay, so I clearly filmed the outro before I heard the rested cymbal, so my bad on that. But we're here 12 hours later, and it's not a minor change, it's actually pretty drastic. What I'm noticing when I listen to the studio mics is a much more focused sound, and the pitch of that bell is obviously higher, but the pitch of the rest of the cymbal is also higher, and the wash has kind of been brought down in the mix. Wonderful example just to show how much the bell affects the whole sound of the cymbal. I did absolutely nothing to the main part of this cymbal. It was all the bell, and it's changed pretty much the whole character of the cymbal. Before, it was really nice as a big, washy, crashy ride, and if you didn't really need much of a bell tone, or if you didn't use that voice on the instrument as much, that first version might be better. However, this one has made the cymbal much more versatile, a much more usable bell tone, a more clear stick definition without losing so much of that nice low pitch wash. The other thing I want to make note that I discovered while playing it is that the bell now has different tones depending on where you hit it. This is definitely a consequence of hand hammering. Hand hammering is not perfect. It is a human craft, a human thing. So I probably hammer with slightly different amounts of force going around the cymbal. And so certain parts have a higher pitch and then other parts have a low pitch. I personally love that. That's the magic with cymbal making to me. The beauty in cymbal making is the imperfection. It's really what draws out vibe and complexity. And on a cymbal like this, it gives me more options with my bell. I can get different sounds depending on where I hit. That definitely ties into just getting to know the cymbal that you have. We can sometimes think that like, oh, it does one thing and I hit it and that's what it does. No, it does a lot of things. A handmade cymbal is going to do many, many things, and you have to discover it. You have to learn it over time. You have to take it to different gigs and put it in different rooms. You're going to hear different things depending on where you are, how you're playing, the musicians you're playing with, how hard you're playing, stick you're using, blah, blah, blah. There's a million things, a million little factors. And so over time, we get to know our instrument better, and we get to a point where we really know how to draw out a bunch of different sounds out of it. All right, so let me know if you like the video. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell if you want notifications on future videos. We make them all the time. Until next time, I'm Timothy Roberts. Thanks for watching.